Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what's in the cards for you. And to do this reading, you can pick your pile in today's reading using 3 ways. First way is through your zodiac signs. If this is your preferred method, you will find a timestamp to that down in the description box. Second way is through the cards themselves. Take a look at the High Priestess on top of each deck and see which one you're the most drawn to. This shall also be the deck that we use in your reading today. And the third way is through the crystals. If this is your preferred method, then let me introduce your crystals to you. For pile number 1, you have the beautiful Opalite. For pile number 2, you have the beautiful Amazonite. And for pile number 3, you have the beautiful Sodalite. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. As I always encourage you, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, perhaps today you feel drawn to all of the piles. In any case, I advise you to follow your intuition. It is your guiding light that takes you to the right readings. And once you're ready, you will find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. I also want to mention that in a moment I am about to assign different zodiac signs for each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then this next section of the introduction is specifically for you. And what I like to do is shuffle your zodiac signs really well. And then I'll be drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. All right, I think we're ready. Let's create space. So for pile number 1, the first 4, the zodiac signs for pile number 1 are Capricorn, Aries, Taurus, and Sagittarius. For pile number 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4, the signs are Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, and Gemini. And for pile number 3, the signs are Virgo, Scorpio, Leo, and of course, Cancer. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I, of course, highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, you can pick using another placement in your chart if this is what you prefer. These are all just different ways to make it more enjoyable and easier for you to find a sign that you know that helps you identify your reading. At the end of the day, this all depends on your intuition, how you want to go about picking your piles. And once you're ready, you will find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your time or times, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's in the cards for you. These are the decks that I'm using. At any point, if you're interested in checking them out, you guys ask me about which deck I'm using all the time. Just want to let you know, especially if you're new, I always list them down in the description box. Welcome, guys. Let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Opalite. This is the deck that we will be using in your reading. Some of you have chosen it using the High Priestess. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac sign, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Aries, Taurus, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Apologies. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards first. You have the Krans rune in reverse, Markstava, with self-awareness, consumption, and engulfment. You also have Capricorn with the CEOOO. You have driven, stability, patience, persistence, materialistic, ambitious, cautious, practical, traditional, workaholic, detached, and of course ruler of the 10th house. Okay. You have pleasure seekers. Okay. And finally, you have lion. What a beautiful card to have. All right, look at this. We have a lot of Capricorn energy in this reading for sure. Right, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. This is the only way in which we'll actually fully see what's in the cards for you. I don't want to begin the reading before we take a look at your tarot cards and see what's in there for you, my dear pile number 1. All right. So right off the bat, you have the King of Pentacles. You have the Star card. Awesome cards to begin the reading. You have the Ace of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. Wow, guys, very favorable cards so far. So since we're doing a reading about what's in the cards for you, it's so nice to see all of this. You've got the Ace of Cups, another ace. This reading is full of new beginnings. You have Temperance. Gosh, I feel like something is currently manifesting for you right now. You can see the emphasis of the aces in your reading. So it makes me think that something in terms of what you're hoping for, something that you're wishing for, something that, you're wishing for is manifesting right now. Again, by the way, as you know, the Nine of Pentacles is also a wish fulfillment card. So the cards couldn't be louder. It's happening right now. Something that you've wished for is being manifested. In fact, pleasure seekers in that case is probably talking about how you're going to be very happy with what's about to begin for you. Such nice energy to see in your cards, especially that we're asking what's in the cards for you. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is a card of being given generously. Also the Moon here. The Moon emphasizes on the unknown. I feel like this is coming out of the blue. You're not expecting that your wish is happening right now for you. You're probably hopeful, or maybe not sure. But despite that, it seems like unexpectedly it's happening right now. So let's see what your wish is and how is it happening right now for you. Not sure what the Krans rune in conjunction to Capricorn means yet, but we'll find out together as we take a look at your cards. So, wow, you've got the Judgment card. I kind of feel like there's some form of announcement or great news that you will hear about. Okay. you have the Lovers card. The Six of Cups. And did you notice there are a lot of sixes here? Perhaps talking about something happening in the month of June, which is, of course, right now. What are we thinking? If you're watching this now, this is June. If later, again, this means now for you. And you have the Nine of Cups, another wish fulfillment card, in conjunction to the Nine of Pentacles. Guys, if this is not, if your cards were talking, they would say a huge wish that you have for a very long time with the Six of Cups is something that you wanted and wished to achieve for a long time is happening right now for you this month. And the Judgment card makes me feel, now I kind of understand. The Krans makes me feel that this specific wish you perhaps tried to achieve before, you've fought hard for it, and it didn't work out before in the past. Although it didn't work out in the past, the castle is still intact. Yes, there's fire. You can see there's fire on the outside. The figure is tired, not feeling well, but the figure's okay. So although it didn't work out for you in the past, your wish, you were at least okay. Now there is the revival with the Judgment card to this wish, and it's happening right now. I can also see different aspects of what this wish could be. Some of you with the Six of Cups have had a dream since childhood. Maybe you were someone who was super talented since childhood. You've maybe always wanted for people to discover your talent, your skill. That is one specific thing I'm seeing. Lovers, obviously, some of you have been wishing for a lover, to find the right person in life, or maybe to get back, or something that has to do with love. A Judgment could be like you were ill for a while and that's reviving. Here it could be talking about how you were very strong, perhaps some inflammation, some illness happened, and now you're reviving back, like you tried to pick yourself up in the past, maybe it didn't work back then. There's a revival of your health now. Also, Capricorn has money in the dollars in the background. So maybe some of you were trying to make money. That's happening for you. You can see it also with the King of Pentacles. And maybe some of you had all of these wishes happening. It could be this big bang where so many dreams are happening at the same time. That's what's in the cards for you. The specific element that I'm catching from your reading or touching is that idea of have waited for a long time with the Six of Cups. It's something that you've wanted to achieve for a very long time, very long time. Okay, let's get more details. Thank you. So, you have the Magician. And you see it's the same constellation of the Lovers card here as the Lovers card there. So that's interesting. Maybe you're making a choice. Let's see. You've got Justice. Something is fated for to happen for you right now and may affect other areas of your life. You've got the Eight of Swords, but you also have another card. And wow, you've got the Ten of Cups. Do you see what I'm saying? I did notice from the very beginning, it's the same figure here in the Eight of Swords as this figure there, nearly the same outfit. So I feel like you've been in place trying to make something happen, but something was standing in your way. It wasn't happening. And you can see the swords cutting through the very threads that put you in place. You couldn't see how this wish was going to happen, and you can see here that you're free, celebrating and elated to have it come true. It's fated, and when something is fated, it happens regardless. At the moment, you might be feeling like, at the moment as you're watching this reading, you might be feeling, but how? Everything seems to not really be going exactly the right way. But at the same time with the Ten of Cups, I feel like other things, however, in your life are going the right way. It's kind of like, 50-50 kind of energy. You just don't know where it's going to go. Half of the situation is showing you that there is no way, perhaps, with the Eight of Swords. And the other half is showing you that, you know, there may be actually hope. So which way is it fated, sorry, the Justice, which way is it fated to go? The pleasure seekers and the Lion with strength here makes me understand that it's going to go the favorable way, as along with all of your other cards, of course. Not to mention that with Capricorn energy, as well as Lion, the combination of these cards, and I'll show you why in a moment, are saying the reason this is moving to the positive is because you were very persistent, very driven, although you were previously hit. I feel that you've almost changed the direction of this energy with this strong persistence. You know, with the Lion, it's that energy of nothing is standing in my way, especially with Capricorn. So yeah, the Krans with self-awareness, you have reflected a lot. Instead of letting the energy beat you down, you've really reflected on how you can make it move in the way that you want, how to make it happen. You're driven, strong energy, and strong energy means you didn't let it beat you. You weren't sad. Yes, you felt that the energy wasn't moving, but you weren't sad. I feel like you were more like, okay, let's take the feedback, let's see how this can work. I'm gonna stand there strong as long as this needs me to stay strong. Also with pleasure seeker, there's an element of perhaps you learned how to enjoy the process. Yes, I really think so. I feel like there's the elements of you standing there strong, self-reflecting, being stable, and you know, I feel like this is what clicked as well. Along with all of that, because there's fire here, it wasn't easy. You have learned to take it slow and enjoy that process. Yes, you felt that energy of being stuck, but you enjoyed your life. It didn't consume you. Exactly. And these days in June, or whenever you're watching this right now, there is a huge revival of you finally holding that dream and going, it's starting now for me. It's happening. I'm watching it happen right in front of my eyes. Tranquilly and calmly, I watch it happen. You made the right choices. There's an emphasis on you listening to your guidance, perhaps with a star. You've been guided and you've made the right choices in terms of being stable, self-reflection, standing there strong, and, you know, trusting the process, not suffering through it. You might have done many other things, but, you know, this is what I'm seeing in your cards. You've made really good choices. And these very choices are actually shifting your destiny as you're watching this reading. So let's find out. I really want to find out for you guys. How is this manifesting these days for you? This wish. How is it happening these days? What's happening? The Six of Wands. The Four of Wands. The King of Cups. The Four of Swords. Wow. The Ten of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. Let's see how this is manifesting. Like right off the bat here, when we asked this question, we got the Six of Wands for you, which is a card of success. Success of a level up with the Four of Wands. Something is improving. Something these days is going to show you an upgrade to your situation. And you're gonna celebrate this win. In fact, with the King of Cups, you're really going to appreciate this win. The reason why you're going to appreciate this win so much is because, just like we said with the King of Pentacles, is that you will feel like you just held on to the beginning of this path. And that's why you have the beginnings here. You will, it may not be like a huge thing right away this month, but it's a level up. And this level up is an indication that you just made it in the beginning of that path. I feel with the Four of Swords here, since the figure is holding 2 swords, and look at the white hair, makes me feel like, again, you've waited for a long time. 2 of the things, or half, I would say half, because 2 out of 4, half of the things that you feel you can achieve in the short term, 2 of these, or half of these, are going to be given to you. You're going to feel, oh, I'm so thankful that I got these 2 things happen for me. You can even see the 2 cups here. Half, I believe, of these 2 things are going to happen. The other half with the 2 swords, you still may not know when it's going to happen. We can check that, since we're taking a look at what's in the cards for you. We can check that in a moment. So this month, 2 things, you may not know when they're going to happen, but 2 things. It's almost like a sigh of relief. Do you see? It makes you feel, this half of whatever you wanted, that at least it's okay, that you're on track, that it's going to happen for you. Perhaps it's just a matter of time for the other half to happen. And this will matter so much, because your cards here all over are talking about how you're going to feel, how this is a huge manifestation for you. You can see it also with the King of Pentacles. You're going to feel so blessed. You're going to feel great. I'm on track. Like I said, it's working out for me. Yes, the other 2 or the other half hasn't happened yet, but we're on track. So what's going to happen with the other half? My dear pile number 1. Whoa, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which shows that although it's not going to happen right now, but fear not. You're going to be very fortunate with it. And just like the wheel, things take its time to mature and happen. In that case, my question is, when is it going to mature, that other half? So when you get this half and go, oh, great, I'm so glad I got it. I've waited for so long with the 6 of Cups and the white hair here. One I got waiting for the other. When is the other happening? King of Swords, 3 of Swords. To be honest with you, I feel like this is going to take some time, this other half. You've taken a shot with the 3 of Swords, but for it to go from the 3 of Swords to the King of Swords, it's going to take time to mature. So here with the 3 of Swords, we understand the guidance of don't overthink this with the 3 of Swords, because overthinking it now may burn, may hurt you, and it may make you feel impatient. And so your reading is saying, let it take its time to mature fully. You've taken a good shot. Don't worry about it. It's going to take its time. And don't hurt yourself watching it grow to its full potential. Give it its time. You're going to be very fortunate with this. Just be patient, and it shall happen in due time. And now I can understand more about this fire. I do remember, I've noticed in the beginning when I told you, it is not easy for you at the moment. I can see that. But your cards are saying, stay there strong. Don't worry. Don't be... You see, the Krans rune is about the light, right? I feel like with the Krans rune, Mark Stava, it's kind of giving you the guidance of don't be burned by the light. It might look like things are roaring up in your life at the moment, going like you might be listening to this reading and going, how is this happening? Like, it doesn't look like it. I remember here there was like half of it and not good, half of it showing signs that it could happen. So and there's the half again. So yeah, some things are gonna happen now and other things are gonna take their good time. Just don't be consumed with this uproar. Consider it background noise. It doesn't mean don't take action. You have Capricorn, you have the line. Stay there strong and continue to do what you're doing. Be pleasant, take it easy, but also at the same time, don't be consumed by the fire around you. Do know that it's going to take its good time for it to release you, to be able to experience the other half that you want. Okay, so let's ask, since we know there's a half happening, what's that half that will give you this hope and understanding that your wish is finally coming true and it's just a matter of time for the rest to come through? So what are these things that are happening that will make you understand that you're on track? So you have the Nine of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Wands, and you have the Queen of Cups. So this half is something that you are currently suffering through. This is the half that you've waited a long time for with the Hanged Man. And we've seen it with the Six of Cups. We've seen it with the white hair. So that part of you waiting for a long time and feeling stressed and sad about it, that is what you're going to enjoy these days. You're not going to wait any longer. It is going to start. Officially, it's going to happen. And so many things about it are going to... So all the aces here are going to begin, are going to start working for you. Holding the cup, holding the pentacle. What's going to begin is you... Is it actually beginning for you? I know at this point you're thinking, what? I'll give you an example of what I just understood. So let's say you applied to your top 5 favorite jobs. Favorite job position, favorite salary. Like you've went ahead and you've applied in these 5 top favorite positions, hoping that you would get them. And let's say these positions take time and you've been waiting for months and months and months and months, for a very, very long time, to be able to get that position. So in that case, your cards are saying, and that's just an example, they call you and you are amongst, one of these companies call you and you are amongst the 5 candidates that they are absolutely considering for this position. So you're like, oh my God, it could be happening for me. And even in like the worst case scenario, if it doesn't happen in this company, at least you know you're eligible. These types of companies and positions would absolutely consider you. So now you have the confidence. Now you can mention that in other interviews and so on. And even for you, it might open up your confidence in applying to many other things now that you understand that you're eligible for these types of positions. Also, this is saying that you are amongst the 5 candidates. So that gives you a lot of hope. You feel like you got this. And there's only like a few things left. If you're able to convince them with, your skills, if you're able to show them how you stand out, and let's say you have a couple of things up your sleeve, I feel like this is definitely saying you're nearly gonna win. So not only are you from the 5 candidates, but you also know that you have a couple of advantages that many people may not have, kind of situation. So yeah, whatever your wish is, you're gonna hear. We did say from the beginning, we saw it in your cards, you're gonna hear great news about it. The Lovers, the Choice in the Magician. So maybe you're going to be chosen for something. Some of you may be chosen for something. You will feel like you're chosen for something. If not, you will feel like you're favored for sure. for this to happen for you. You did not yet have it fully fulfilled because of the Two Swords, but most of it is happening. And my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see, what's in the cards for you. I wish you the best of luck. This is all happening this month for you. May you manifest everything that you want. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number one, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what's in the cards for you. If you guys want to know which decks I'm using at any point, please note that I always leave them in the description box for you guys. It's a frequently asked question, so this is why I wanted to just make sure I communicate it with you. So let me first introduce your pile to you. You have the beautiful Amazonite. Some of you have chosen this deck through the High Priestess, and if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case the signs for this pile are Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these, of course, are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so first things first, let's take a look at your oracle cards. So you have the Algiz rune in reverse with boundaries, defense, and denial. Okay. You have, let's check this one out. You have comet with unexpected, obviously. Okay, so you've got disruption, disturbances, significant events, realignment, uncertainty, abnormalities, unknowns, messages, and wild cards. Really cool. Wild card reminds me of when you play cards and there's this wild card that fits in any number. You can use it in the way that you want. So yeah, I'll put that into consideration, but let's check out the rest of your cards. You have owl. Okay. And, or what if we put it there better, so that way we have more space for your tarot cards. You have journey. Really cool. All right, so what's in the cards for you, my dear pile number two? What is in the cards for you? Oh, that's an extra card in this deck. It says synchronicity. Oh, wow. Right. So you have the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands. Ooh. The fives are a time of change. It seems to be for you some unexpected change. Let's see what this is. You might be going on a new journey, it seems. Whoa, look at that. The Six of Wands is a card of success. So you're going on a new journey that you might become super popular in and very successful. Whoa, you've got the Awakening card. I love your reading. Okay, let's check out the rest of the cards first. Oops. You've got the Knight of Cups. Makes me feel like an offer, because the Knight of Cups is offering. The extended hand makes me feel like you are going to be offered something. Do you see the extended hands? You've got the Magician. You're going to be receiving something. Someone's offering you something and you are accepting it because it seems like it's wild. It's like something you would unexpected, something you wouldn't think would happen. So up next is a situation that you wouldn't have imagined in your wildest dreams, but you have been getting a lot of synchronicities about it. Your cards, your signs that you've personally seen, have been communicating directly to you that there is a new opportunity that's going to open its doors to you. So it's one thing hearing about it or seeing the signs for something, and it's another to actually show up at your doorstep. And you got the Justice card. Maybe something is becoming official. Let's check out the last card in this row. And you have the Chariot. Something is becoming legal, official, and you're moving towards it. So let's explore your cards. We do understand that you're going through challenging times. And maybe at the moment things are blurred. Your stress and your sadness may be the very thing that is blurring you to see your synchronicities. It's kind of like the message of receive your synchronicities. You are a very intuitive person. Believe in the synchronicities that are being presented to you, because although it could be super challenging now, you are about to witness the magic of the universe and how you receive what you are being told that you would receive. Now, the scales of the Justice card and the scales in this Algi's rune definitely makes me feel like something is becoming official. There's an emphasis on something becoming official. It could also be an emphasis on business for some of you. But for most of you, I feel it's the scales of justice. Like something is becoming legal. Something is becoming official for you. Something is allowing you to pass because there's a door here. So passage or some wild... Okay. So remember what we talked about when we talked about that wild card, right? It exists. The wild card exists. But the receiver of this wild card internally smiles because they just know they landed on one of those super special cards. And equally, it seems like if you clicked on this pile, something wild of that nature is happening in your life at the moment. You're receiving something wild, something that will grab so much attention, like everyone around you is going to go, whoa, did you know pile number 2 had this wild thing happen to them? And everyone's like, whoa, what? It's like, I want to say this loosely, but like, for example, something wild is winning the lottery, or didn't know about that far relative or an aunt that you didn't know you had that's leaving you with a lot of wealth, or you're in your everyday job and you get offered a huge position in a huge place, like, or a huge salary. You get offered something. It's that instance of meeting someone by accident at the supermarket, and they are so blessed and they want to share one of these blessings with you. It's like, hey, I really like you. I want to help you with this. I know this person that can help you out with this, we're looking for someone exactly like you. I can't believe I met you. So a wild event, that wild card, something of that nature is happening for you these days, and it's going to be official. You're not just going to be communicated to with that, but it's going to start working. It's going to start happening. With the Chariot, I see a movement, a change right away beginning in your life. Happening because it's moving so quickly. Like you've already signed some papers. Maybe you've resigned because you're going somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe you're leaving your home. You're like, talk to your landlord. I see many changes. Whatever these are, depending on what this wild thing is going to happen. And I will check out what are the different options for this pile. But due to these fast movements, this change in legal things like address, contracts, things of that nature, you're now moving very quickly in a different direction. So you're getting a wild card. Before we continue the reading, let's pull out some cards and see what these wild cards, so to speak, are. What are these wild cards for this pile? And then we'll put them back in the deck, just so we know. So, Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. Because I put them together because I've questioned this. Is this love? And then the Two of Cups shows up, and that's why I'm going to leave them together. You have the Emperor, the Empress. Oh my God! Now that energy is very strong for a lot of you. You have, that one is very strong, I must say. You have another action. You have another Knight, Knight of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune. Right, so in that case, I think the cards are teaching us that they come together. That these come together. Obviously, you've already seen this. For a lot of you, I would say if you are single, you're finding your counterpart, and that's happening these days. Also, might I add that it could be a combination of these things happening together. Like maybe one wild card happens, and as a result, many things happen. So, Action of Wands and Three of Wands, you know, I did think of that, these two together actually in the beginning. So some of you might have a door open up to travel with the Three of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Movements, fast movement. So maybe a new door to, oh, this one's moving. A new door to a new location is happening. Like a Chariot, yeah. An official move, you're preparing some legal papers and moving somewhere. Yeah, Inspiration of Swords, Page of Swords. You might find yourself these days working with a lot of approvals. Oops. Moving with a lot of approvals for something to work. What fell? Look at that. I had this chair for so many years of my life, and it's the first time a nail falls off. What is this saying? It's definitely telling me to change chairs for now. Maybe that's what's going to happen for you. I'll be back. Similarly, I feel like this is talking, you're changing where you're sitting, where you're staying. And there is a lot of official paper that you are finishing up, that you will be finishing up these days, and you're moving somewhere. Obviously somewhere favorable. And as a result, with the fives specifically here, so many things about your life is going to change with the fives here due to that relocation. This one is very clear for some of you. This is love. You're finding your counterpart. This is going to be very loving because the otter, as you know, it's a very sweet animal. They hold hands in the night so that they never drift away as they're sleeping. Isn't this sweet? This definitely talks about how you're finding beautiful love these days. So that's in the cards for you as well. Here, this definitely talks about with the Knight of Pentacles. We do know that the Knight of Pentacles has the element of consistency. You probably know what I'm going to say here. It talks about how you've been very consistent with something. And these days, something fortunate will happen that will allow you to reap great results with whatever efforts you've been putting in that area of your life. Okay, so these are the different areas I'm seeing for you guys, like relocation and everything changing due to that relocation. This is like a small glance here with the relocation. You might have like a new job in that place, a beautiful place to stay in, new friends, new love, new everything. So that's like a major change in the first part. Okay, let me shuffle the deck and I'll be back. This one moved. Oh, some of you, hey, some of you also, that was meant to be mentioned as well, might be dealing with a toxic person. You're in a lot of pain. dealing with someone difficult, you're gonna have an opportunity to go somewhere else, because we do know there's movement, and release yourself from this toxic situation once and for all with the awakening card. Okay, I'll be back. All right, let's continue to see what's in the cards for you. Now we understand why you have journey. You are going on a new journey. Some of you literally going on a somewhere else. All right. So you have the 10 of Wands. You've got the Empress and the High Priestess. Out of nowhere, you're moving from the energy of carrying so much in your life and being overburdened to the energy, to the opposite energy of comfort. Here we can see a lot of hard work, persevering, barely making it, feeling the heaviness, feeling tired and overwhelmed, to the energy of being comfortable, being pampered, living in a luxurious life, feeling loved, enjoying your life, feel like you've got it all with the Empress. And I'm not surprised that the High Priestess showed up, and this is why I paused, because the High Priestess talks about a veil, and so a new world is showing itself to you. Your access to it is opening up, and that's how these days you'll be surprised to see. It's one of these life events, fortunate life events, where in a blink of an eye you watch yourself experiencing and living another life far different from the life you are experiencing, and being in awe of how things can just open up. It's like one day you didn't have that energy, the next day it's all yours, and you stand there in awe, first of receiving something like that, and in awe of how something comes to you so easily when maybe last week it wasn't there. That type of energy is definitely what I'm intuitively picking up. You've got the 3 of Cups. You've got the Devil card. You have the 10 of Swords. The 3 of Wands. And let's pick this one up. The 8 of Swords. That makes sense. You're leaving a painful and toxic situation, person. We did see that, remember? Just a few moments ago when I was wondering what's that wild card. You know what? The fact that it showed up all on its own, which is something I contemplated, by the way. I was like, why did the cards show it last? Like, isn't this important for someone to hear? And I'm like, I'm not going to question, of course. But it did pique my curiosity. And I was wondering, why did these 2 cards, the 3 of Swords, I remember, and the Devil card, why did they show up all on their own when I was wrapping up? But now that it showed up similarly here, again, I'm starting to understand that perhaps a lot of you listening, this is like a general thing for everyone. Like, it's not one of the options. It seems like everyone listening here may be going through something difficult, like something toxic, something really harsh at the moment. And you can even see it here with defense. You might be defending yourself, like trying to survive a toxic situation, maybe trying to put boundaries, trying to defend yourself. And it's not easy, because with the 10 of Swords, it's the most powerful thing. Perhaps why you've got the 10 of Wands, because it's, look at that. You might be crying or feeling very bad, because the 5 of Cups is a card of disappointment. Oh, I'm so sorry. We did say from the very beginning here, the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands, that you are going through challenging times. In fact, with the door closed here, it might be talking about how you felt for a long time that life maybe has shut its doors to you, and that you have to face something scary that's attacking you. And you feel like you've got nowhere to go. How are you stuck there facing something maybe so brutal, something so toxic, and you're like, but what can I do? This is the only thing I can do. This is where I can be. This is my job. This is my house, or something like that. What can I do about it? Or this is my partner. This is this or that. So here, this is talking about how your move is allowing you to cut this toxicity once and for all out of your life. It's good to see how you're cutting ties from this painful situation or these painful people. And as you move, because of you moving out somehow. So it must be here, especially that you have journey, that this is a common energy for everyone, a form of movement. Even if it's not like location of home, city, it could be a move from an office to another, which is, something I've been seeing in your cards lately. That move for a lot of people. Maybe it may even be in the same company. It could be a move from one team to another. But this time you're popular, there's a lot of attention on you. Also, this time you're very fortunate with this major change, with this wild change. Everything may be the same, but that wild change is your manager talking to you and going, there is a new team being built, and we're looking for like an area manager, and we feel like you are the person who can take on that role, or a regional manager or something. Where so much of your life changes due to like a wild, unexpected events that you thought weren't in the cards for you previously. But you've been shown, however, a lot of synchronicities that have been pointing this out. You see the pointing? You've been getting a lot of like personal with the owl. This is like crown chakra, personal messages, not just through your cards, which definitely are there, but like things like you walking and seeing something fortunate happen in front of your eyes, and this is being communicated to you, or you seeing a rainbow, or whatever your sign is with the universe, and you see signs showing you, or maybe 1111 a lot, or something like that you just know is your communication between you and the universe, showing you personally that something major is about to happen. It's been communicated to you for so long, and that wild thing is happening to you right now. It's resulting in you cutting ties with the old toxic situation. However this translates in your life, it's very painful and burdensome. It makes me think that it has to do with people, because you've got the Three of Cups. So it's kind of a shift of energy when it comes to your surrounding. You're leaving toxic, manipulative people who are dishonest, ones that you felt you had to be attached to somehow or stuck with, to people who, there's diversity here, to people who are open-minded, diverse, accepting, loving with the Three of Cups, harboring. I feel like you're going to have a beautiful time. Three of Cups talks about a company that is enjoyable, people who are celebrating life and having fun together. So change of company here with this move, and you will be seeing in the next phase of your life enjoyment with a new group of people. Okay, let's continue to explore more what's in the cards for you. You have the Page of Swords, flying. I really feel like you're moving here for a lot of you. So you've got the Six of Swords, all the boats, the birds, the horses. Definitely makes me feel there's a move, depending on how it resonates in your life. Did you see? You're about to embark on a new journey, for sure, with the Fool card. New beginnings, all the way. The Knight of Pentacles. Wow. The Seven of Cups. The Two of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. There's something about people staring at you, looking up to you. With the Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Both have to do with popularity, by the way, as well. There's a lot of attention in your reading. And you have the Six of Pentacles. Really nice. One more card. And that is the Six of Cups. What a beautiful card. Let's keep it here. Focusing on the feet here. And the feet. As you make that new move, you take your shoes off and you're relaxed. So it's very clear that this is a smooth sailing move. And it's more relaxing than the environment that you're in. It's more relaxed, more chilled, more enjoyable. There is slow moving energy with the Knight of Pentacles. So perhaps this is talking about how you're moving from a fast-paced environment to a slower, calmer one. Even the Six of Swords is slow movement. So it's not that your movement towards your new beginning is slow, not at all. It's that you're moving to a slower paced environment or place. And not only that, but very abundant. Do you see the fields of wheat? The Empress, it's a very abundant one. It is one that can only happen in your wildest dreams. You know what this actually reminds me of? It reminds me of like having a screenshot of your favorite place as your computer background, and then finding yourself in the computer background. You know, I know this is like so super specific, but if it's not your computer background, which is just a funny example of what I'm seeing with the feet and the sea, at least it's a place that you where it's slow, but at the same time very luxurious. It's something that you only could have been envisioning, dreaming of, only in your dreams. It is a wild card after all. There are pictures here as well. Maybe it was on your vision board, but these are all just details, of course. Two great events are gonna nip it in the bud, like a great hit. Two lucky events, synchronicity. Ooh, two synchronistic events or two lucky hits. Like if one is lucky, that's crazy, but if two are lucky, that's absolutely wild. And we have the wild card. So this makes me feel like you're gonna have two things lucky going on for you, taking you in a far, far bigger place than maybe everyone else around you in life at the moment. And you have people in your life now going, whoa, how did pile number 2 go so far all of a sudden? Because that's not just one hit of wild luck, that's two. That's two things happening, moving you all of a sudden, not just here but here. you know, like very far in life. And now to the people around you, you're just a shadow of what used to be. Like they know you're there, aka the shadow, but they can't see you there because you've moved so much in life. You're in another place because life has given you generously. And I see you all packed up, holding your bags and your backpack, and taking your first sigh before you hop into that transportation mode as you commute, and going, that's the beginning of my new chapter, and smiling. I'm ready to be creating new memories, new stories, new pages to fill about the story of my life. And remember the veil we talked about? There. With the Page of Swords, a new beginning, the veils are opening up to you for you to experience a different and new type of world than the one you are in. Easily, a key is given to you, a door opens up, you step out, and you get to experience a new world. That easily. That is different than the one you are in now. Just like that. Because that opportunity has opened its door for you. That is exactly what I see written in your cards. My dear pile number 2, I wish you the best of luck with this. May you always be happy. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, it was a real pleasure doing this reading for you. I wish you the best of luck. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's in the cards for you. Can't wait to get into your reading. If you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you guys always ask me about this. I just want to make sure you know that I always list them down in the description box for you guys. All right, so first things first, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Sodalite. Some of you have picked this deck through the High Priestess. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Scorpio, Leo, and Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay. So let's check out your oracle cards first to see what's in the cards for you. So you have Mercury with thoughts. So the keywords with Mercury are, of course, intellect, communication, Gemini, Virgo. We do have Virgo in this pile. Wednesday, of course, agility, mentality, information, perception, memory, travel, transportation, education, and research. So Mercury energy very strong in this pile in regards to what's in the cards for you. And you have the Awaz rune. So the keywords here are endurance, stability, and spiritual journey. So again, we've got journey. All right. Travel, journey, not sure yet. Let's find out. You have thought. This cannot be a coincidence. Thoughts and thought. In fact, I'm just going to leave it right next to it here. That's very strong. Okay. And you have rabbit. Love this for you because rabbits are a symbol of great fortune in numbers. It's a symbol of abundance. So, what is in the cards for you, my dear pile number 3? I feel these. I'm just going to take them. What's in the cards for you? Let's explore these first, and then we'll pull out more cards. So, You have the Five of Swords. Okay. The Five of Wands. All right. It's that jumping game in the Five of Wands, competition. You have the Eight of Wands. Wow. Okay. You have the Seven of Swords. Do you see how this kangaroo is taking the swords as they're having a picnic? You have the Page of Cups. The Justice card. And you have the Knight of Swords. Let's stop here for a moment and see the energy of your reading. What's going on here? You know how, especially with the Knight of Swords traveling here, do you know how there are like rules, physics rules, and then there are universal rules, spiritually speaking, and how we understand, for example, things like how our thoughts shape our reality, how there's the law of attraction, what we have, what we believe in and imagine, and all these vision boards comes to reality and all of these things. So all I'm trying to say is there are laws to the universe, and seeing thoughts, and then abundance here with the rabbit definitely makes me think about that. It makes me think about the laws of the universe, how we can envision something so clearly. And you know, even just quick note here, even the studies have shown how people who envision things in their minds actually get better, much better results, significantly better results than those who just take action. Like this published study, I think I've read, it's a study of, you know, this basketball team, these scientists who have conducted the study on two basketball teams. One of them have been practicing every day, another has been envisioning and practicing, and these were able to achieve significantly better results than those who have just been practicing. So all I'm trying to get to is that I'm touching this idea of universal law happening here, specifically in you traversing another realm. I know, just hear me out. I say that because in the Ewaz rune you have Sitkona, and you can see her getting in the Yggdrasil, is like the tree of life in Norse mythology. She is the woman of magic, of prophecy, by the way. So your cards are showing you a prophecy that is meant to happen in your life. You can see her about to traverse another realm. There are 9 realms in the Tree of Life, and you can see her ready to traverse another realm. So your cards here, since we're taking a look at what your cards are showing us next for you, are showing that there is Mercury travel. But it's more like not necessarily actual travel, although it could be. It's more like traversing another realm. You experiencing another version of reality. You know, like the stories of... There are stories, and they do exist, and you have a lot of people, even on YouTube, and I've listened to these a long time ago. There was a time where I was obsessed listening to these other reality stories of people getting into another version of their life, and everything changes around them. Little details about languages that their mother speaks, or where they live, or something like that. as they traverse into another reality. Some of them come back. I don't know how this works, but I'm just like trying to translate the energy of your cards. Not that this is going to happen to you, I understand. But it's more like you experiencing a different feel to your reality up next. So you will find that so many things in your life, your current life, are going to change these days. And so it's traveling through the thoughts, traveling through another realm. You will find your reality changing these days into a different one. And it's almost unseen how these changes are going to happen. You can see it here with the Seven of Swords, picking up the swords as they're picnicking. It's like subtle changes here and there in your life. And the combination of all of these subtle changes, like this leaving your life, this changing, this paper coming in the mail, this, and that, to suddenly find yourself in a totally changed reality due to these subtle changes here and there and here and there. But you're moving to a very fortunate one with the rabbit. And although it's a very fortunate one, I think you're going to be sitting down. It's like, I need to sit down for this. And you have your hands on your head and going, oh my God, this is so good. But how did this happen? How is it possible for things to change slowly like that around me in life? And for my reality to change so subtly, but so significantly. So let's take a look at the details of the change in your reality here. First of all, with the Justice card, one clear thing is that you will start getting good rewards on past efforts. Because here, the carrots are ready to be harvested, to be sown. And that's the idea. One of the ideas of the Justice card is that you reap what you sow, right? Here, I'm seeing that one of the things changing is your observation of some form of huge effort that you put in the past. Maybe it takes time for that effort to show up. I see you suddenly waking up and going, ooh, look at my crops. They're ready. Hey, it's ready. What I worked hard towards is finally here. So that's, and in terms of subtle, it's like you waking up and seeing things sprouting. It's the action, the result is starting to show up. And you're like, oh, it's happening. And look at this kangaroo stealing these swords. Here is saving you. Saving everyone here. So another subtle thing is a subtle change is going to happen in your life these days. And you're like, it's so subtle, you might not even realize that it's happening. And then when you need it, maybe in a month's time or something, as you're currently struggling through something, you're like, hey, this is saving us. What great luck. Only to go, but how did this get here? Only to go back and realize, but I never saw this change to come and save me. And you might ask around and people go, but actually this did happen. Yes. So this could be like, for example, these days a new bill is passed. You never hear about it. You don't listen to it. You're not that interested. And then when you need it, it's there and you're like, whoa, we have a law like that? And you'll have people around you going, yeah, that bill was just passed. And you're like, whoa, that's great luck. So that's what I mean by subtle changes. It doesn't have to be a bill being passed, of course, but it could be really anything, like a colleague that you didn't know that much, but maybe you were nice to each other. Like you would say hello nicely in the morning to each other, just a nice colleague, but you're not that close. And they leave and they're not that close to you at all, so you don't notice that they leave. Maybe you don't say hi to each other that frequently. But then they get a nice job, for example, and your company's suffering. They know your company's suffering, or they know that you guys are not going through something nice, and they call you. This person calls you and they go, hey, you, I know my company's hiring. I know they have great opportunities that you love. Are you interested? And everyone's like, yeah, thank you so much. So you see, there is an element of subtle things happening without you realizing, unless you're so focused on everything in your life. Many subtle changes happening in your life at the moment, here and there and here and there. Ooh, this is sprouting. Ooh, this is this. Ooh, this is that. The culmination of all of these subtle things very soon are going to make you go, oh my God, how did my life change this drastically in such little time? Yes, I guess it makes sense, but I didn't see all of these changes happening. So things like hard efforts on some things finally sprouting, and and all of the things we're discussing. All of this, like if this happened all on its own, yes, of course it would be fortunate. But maybe it's not enough, where many subtle things start happening, good and things you don't know about, and things that you might notice a little bit, things you might not notice at all. And the culmination, as mentioned, of all of these things will start a new page that you will love. And I really do see you going, oh my God, who would have thought in 1,000 years? So things swiftly changing. Quickly, actually, swiftly changing. All so subtle, but so significantly. Right, let's explore. So you have the Magician. Whoa. That's better. Pooh opens the door and discovers the Magician again. Whoa. Is Pooh discovering the tricks of the Magician? That could be another thing. All right, so the Magician, the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. It seems to me like you and the community are going to be very lucky. So you definitely, but also some people around you are going to be very lucky and fortunate with this luck as well. Either through you or you collectively as a group of people, 2-3 people maybe, are going to be very lucky with this change. So you have the King of Swords. You know, pile number 2 had an owl. So if you were drawn to pile number 2, I highly recommend it. There are similarities. You might get more information there. You have the 7 of Cups. Collective experience. You have precious friends. Do you see? You and others who you love, I believe. People you like are coming with you. You've got the 6 of Pentacles. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. Let's continue on the story and see what's happening next with you and this community. So what's in the cards for you? I feel with the King of Swords, there's an emphasis obviously on thoughts, right? The King of Swords, thoughts. Now the 7 of Cups is imagination, so that's like also thoughts. But together they give me this idea of the mind being mind blown. You can see it here, being mind blown with the fortunate reality of how you and a precious group of people who used to be part of something, maybe struggling together in regards to something, getting by, trying to achieve something maybe. You and a group of people that you care about You can even see it here with the Six of Pentacles, would be given generously. I feel with the Seven of Pentacles, like something is going to be working for you. Something will finally work for you guys. This is in thoughts. This is something that you're all thinking about. It's like, oh, if we can just be saved, or oh, if we can just find better work, or oh, if we can just have that reality. And it looks like you will see this reality, all of you in awe, standing there in awe with the Ten of Pentacles. Seeing that this reality, do you see the tree? This can't be a coincidence. Do you see? Sitkona getting into the Yggdrasil. And here, the opening has opened up for all of you guys. And so, a shift in reality for all of you. It is a thought that all of you have shared together, or all of you wish to have. And then, with the Magician, you discover that this idea is working for you. This thought, this imagination that you collectively want is working for you. It's one thing to sit in a group together and wish together, oh, if we can have this life. Or, oh, if we can like go to this cool place. Or, oh, if we can have this job. Or, oh, if we can have this raise. You know, something like that. Collectively, it will happen, will open up for all of you. And it's going to start working. This reality, yes, the Magician talks about how it magically happens, but it works for you. As for you, specifically, not only is this happening, but there are, with the Justice card, other subtle realities as well happening for you. So as a result of this collective thing happening and this thing working out for you and this change that you didn't see and now is working for you, all of these different things, you specifically, my dear pile number 3, will be sitting down shortly going, my goodness, can it be possible that I was that lucky that all of these things changed in my life so subtly but so immensely that my life has changed this way? And it changed so much that even the conversation in my life has changed because other people in my life are having these changes happening to them. So it's how your life is changing so much that even, I'm not saying everybody around you, but the precious friends, the precious group of people that you care about are experiencing that shift in reality with you. This opening up of realm is happening for you as a group. It opened up for all of you. So great fortune coming up next for you guys. Now I want to ask, what's the beginning of this? What's going to happen first? Are you going to get some form of communication, favorite communication? Maybe, don't know. And communication here could be some form of communication that you will love. So there's definitely communication for sure. But, so the question is, what's happening first? And then I will explore when. 6 of Cups, you and the group. Oh, you're reading some news. Maybe there's an email. Pooh's going, oh, you're getting communication. So I was right about this. My eyes went on the communication when I was asking what's happening first. And you're reaping the results, all of you actually. So you're getting communication, all of you, where you're like, oh my God. So yeah, the group is learning about something. And the 6 of Cups is like change through time. And you can see it here. A realization that your lives together are about to change. Okay, so what's this communication? 8 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords. And the 2 of Wands. Interesting. You can see someone crossing to the other side. Two of Swords is about not being able to see ahead. So this group, you and your precious friends, precious colleagues, precious group of people, feel like you're muddled with something. All of you are feeling like you don't know how you're going to get out of it with the Eight of Swords. A little, really stuck. Like you're struggling through something. All of you, yes, all of you, and the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. You're all struggling through something. Maybe you're trying to overcome something, win something, achieve something. So, although at the moment, look at that castle and the tree. I feel like there's something fortunate in the cards for you that you're not seeing at the door. The reality, remember, is there. The Yggdrasil, the tree of life. There is something in the cards for all of you guys that's opening up right now. Yes, you do not see it, but it's going to help you traverse to the other side where you're not like overcoming being muddled. So the communication is obviously an opportunity opening up for you, where you get to move to the other side. You and your family, you and your friends, you and your colleagues or team members. You get to move to the other side. Maybe it's great news. Maybe it's looking at the numbers and going, wow. So don't mind the muddled energy at the moment. Remember, there's something in the cards for you. A shift in reality. And it's opening its doors for you these days, allowing you to finally leave that state, that struggling state, where you and them, everyone is struggling, to you finally moving to the other side. And there's the communication that's allowing for this movement to happen. So wait for it. My dear pile number 3, I feel that you will have access to something. This is exactly what I see for you, my dear pile number 3. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. You're shifting realities. You're moving from, just like the thoughts, the air, easily moving from one reality to the other. This is your reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!